Predator fans, welcome back to my channel. This is OZD Movie Reviews. My name is Owen the Brinker, and today I'm going to review the latest installment in the Predator franchise, and it's a new action film that's streaming on Hulu, Prey. This movie is directed by Dan Trachtenberg, who directed 10 Cloverfield Lane. This movie stars Ember Midthunder, and this movie is the prequel to the Predator franchise, and basically this movie tells the story of this skilled warrior named Naru, played by Ember Midthunder, who must protect her tribe from an unidentified predator that's basically killing off people one by one. Now, this is coming from the guy that loves the first Predator. It is one of my favorite movies of all time. Always loved the first Predator, always holds a special place in my heart. I was very skeptical for this movie because ever since the first Predator, the sequels have not been as good as the first movie. Like, Predator 2 was okay, I enjoyed for what it was, same with Predators, but I hated and despised the Predator. That film was one of the most disappointing films of that year. I really didn't like The Predator, and it's made by a good director, Shane Black, who directed Kiss Kiss Bang Bang and I'm in Free. So I was very skeptical for Prey. I love Dan Trachtenberg. I think he's a great director. I love 10 Cloverfield Lane. It is one of my favorite movies of that year. So that gave me hope. But I was worried that this movie is not going to live up to the hype that I wanted, because it went on the same thing with The Predator. Like, I was excited for The Predator. That movie sucked. So, Prey, I was just going into the movie with very low expectations. And I gotta say, guys, coming from the guy that has very low expectations for this film, man, this movie surprised me. This is easy to say, guys, and I'm so happy to say this, that we finally got another great Predator movie. This is absolutely the best Predator movie since the first movie. No joke, I'm saying it, it is the best since the first movie. The thing I loved about this movie the most is that this movie has a story and has characters that we give a shit about. Ember Midthunder in this film stole this entire freaking movie. After this movie, I want to see her in more stuff, because her character in this film, Naru, is a complete badass in this film. But she's also a character that basically no one believes in, which you feel a bit sympathy for her. But you really root for her to basically prove to the tribe by defeating this predator, and her character is just such an inspiration in this film, and a badass in the film. Ember Midthunder, what a performance. She does a great job in this film as the main character of the film. The relationships that Naru has in the film with her brother in the film was really well done in the film. You loved her family in this film. Also, her chemistry with her dog in this film was really well done. I actually didn't know she had a dog in the film. This dog is actually awesome in the film, and I really love their chemistry in this film. But we cannot review a Predator movie without talking about the Predator himself. This Predator right here is probably some of the best designs that I've seen in a Predator movie since the first movie. This Predator looks awesome in this film. But what I love about this Predator in the film is that they bring back what Predator means in the first movie, is that this Predator is terrifying. He is basically a threat. He is a monster. When he throws down, he throws down. And I gotta say, I think Dan Trachtenberg does a great job of portraying this Predator. And I just love the design of this Predator. It's very different, but also familiar at the exact same time. He has similar weapons, but there is a really cool design that he has a shield in the film, and this shield is freaking badass. This Predator is menacing as hell. When he throws down, man, he throws down. And speaking of throwing down, let's talk about the action scenes in this movie, because this movie is brutal. Probably the most brutal that I've seen in this entire franchise. There's a lot of blood in this film, but also there are some really creative deaths in this film where I'm like, holy shit, that's actually sort of like art in me. I think the action scenes are fantastic in this film. It is filmed very, very well, and also it is badass. There are some scenes where I'm just like, holy shit. I just love the way the action is portrayed in the movie, and Dan Trachtenberg looks like he knows what he is doing during the action scenes alone. And I gotta say, this is definitely the best looking Predator movie out of the entire franchise. Like, the cinematography of this film is fantastic. Love the environment of this film, love the look of this film, and even the color schemes of this film. Even like night scenes are absolutely beautiful in this film. This is definitely the best filmed Predator movie that I have seen. And Dan Trachtenberg looks like he knows what he is doing once again with this movie, because he gives us something that we really wanted from a new Predator movie. Not just Predator just kicking ass and all that shit. like the Predator was, this movie also provides us a story that we really care for and root for. It's a good coming-of-age survival story. It's not just a Predator movie, it's also a survival hunting movie. And I think they portrayed those things really, really well in this film. This film just makes me believe that this franchise can still go on in good ways. And I wish it could happen with other film franchises that happen, like the Terminator franchise, for example, or Jurassic Park. Why can't new installments be like what Prey gives us? The story of this film is fantastic, the action scenes are fantastic, everything about this film is just well freaking done for the most part. I would say there are a couple of issues with this film. I would say one of the cases that I wish they could have explored some of the characters and relationships in this film. Like, even though I love the chemistry between Naru and her brother in the film, I wish it's explored a lot more in the film, because this film definitely focuses what it needs to focus on, and I don't consider that as a bad thing. I just feel like I wish this movie could explore a little bit more of some of the characters in the film. And there's even a subplot where it's this other tribe that I'm not going to spoil. There's another tribe in this film that Naru runs into, and I just feel like that tribe is just there to basically get killed in the film. That's why they're there. I just feel like they had not much place in the film. I would have been fine if this film was just a standalone movie between her and the Predator, but that's just fine with me, you know, that's just a little nitpick, because I love that this film is mostly a cat and mouse film about two beings going up against each other for their own reasons and protecting their own tribe, and I just thought Prey does a great job developing that. Guys, overall, I am so happy to say that we have another good Predator movie. I am so happy for this film. Dan Trachtenberg directed this movie, fantastic. Amber Midthunder, she really stood out in this movie. She really needs to be in more movies after this movie because she's fantastic in the film. The new Predator is badass. It's one of my favorite Predator designs since the first movie. This movie has great action. It's brutal, but the story of the film for the most part is fantastic in the film. You really follow the story, and it's something that I feel like we needed more from the Predator movies. Guys, go on Hulu or Disney Plus in Australia. Watch frickin' Prey. You will have a great time with this film, because this film, I had a great time, and I'm going to give Prey an A-. Definitely going to be in my top 10 best movies for sure, because this film, man, this movie I'm so happy for. Guys, that is my review for Prey. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know in the comments below, what do you think of Prey? Do you like the movie, hate the movie, or you thought it's okay? Just let me know in the comments below. And what is your favorite film in the Predator franchise? Let me know that in the comments below. Make sure you guys follow me on social media links down below. Facebook, Stardust, Instagram, Twitter, and Letterboxd. Keep contact with me. Make sure you guys subscribe to my channel for my latest movie reviews and movie related content. Thank you guys so much for watching, and Arnold, take it away. Have a nice day. Get to the chopper.